We'll start with an opening statement from Coach Close and then go to questions in the room.
Thank you guys, first of all, for being here. You know, I've been sort of begging for people to help me create buzz about this great team and just the great basketball that's happening in all of Southern California right now, and compliment to USC and how they're playing, and thank you guys for being here to help us grow the game. I thought that tonight, obviously there's always things to teach through, but I thought it was our most complete night of playing to get better and not playing a score, and just competing all the way through. So, and we did some things we've never done before. I thought we could have adjusted to their three-point shooting a little bit quicker, but it's the first time we've hit all 4 of our goals, from turnovers to defending without fouling to passion plays to rebound percentages. First game all year we've hit all 4. So, I think that we're continuing to get better. And what I'm really proud of is that, when Kiki gets her first triple-double, that her team is so excited for her because of the kind of teammate she is, because they know the work ethic she has and the extra time she puts in. And so it's just fun when your greatest players in terms of statistics are your hardest workers and are viewed as being really elite teammates. That puts your chemistry in a really great place. And so compliment to her, obviously, in her play, but also the kind of teammate she is elite as well.
Hi, for Kiki first. Obviously, the triple-double. It's also only the 10th in school or women's basketball, UCLA women's basketball history. So what does this, mean to you, and what helped you accomplish that today?
Yeah, I think obviously a big accomplishment. Super excited about it. More excited that we got the win, but I think it's a really big testament to my teammates. I mean, you can't assist the ball to yourself. So it's just been so great this year. We have so many great shooters. We have so many, really big post presence in there, so it really gives a lot of great opportunities to just feed the ball, and because they know we have to guard everyone, it really creates shots for both myself and everyone else.
Right. And then for Coach, I noticed there were a couple of those big fast break plays in the transition offense. I know you've talked about that a lot. What do you think specifically about this team makes them really tough to guard in those instances?
Well, I think it's the balance of being able to stretch the floor from a three-point perspective, as well as having such an inside presence. And tonight, it wasn't just Lauren Betts. I loved, Christine Iwala was 5 for 6, and with 6 rebounds. And I thought Angela Dugalich, made some nice plays inside. And, when you rebound the way we do, and when you can shoot the 3 and have a post presence, that's really hard to guard in transition.
Mm-hmm. And then for Kiki, on that same note, the fast break plays.
Siri didn't get that, sorry.
Oh, sorry. So what do you think, the cohesiveness in the team and the ability to read each other in those instances helps you? How do you think?
I think, we've been growing every single day in practice and in games, and I think it really makes it easy. We love to run out and transition, and I think that's where we are best, because we have so many versatile players who can shoot, who can score inside, who can pass. So I think we're just really built to get out and transition, and it's just based on our ability to get stopped. So that's what we've been working on to create those opportunities that we really like.
Kiki, of scoring, steals, assists, rebounds, sort of what was your favorite category tonight?
I like the steals. I think that been really focused on being active on my off-ball defense this week, and Coach Corey challenged me after our Arkansas game to pick that up. So I think I was just focused on being active off the ball and making plays for my teammates.
And I see you got the giveaway tonight too.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
I just wanted to touch on, Corey, you mentioned that off the top about women's basketball in LA right now. Yeah. You guys are number 2, SC's number 6. I mean, we haven't seen that in years and years and years at the same time. And I'd like Kiki to get in on this as well. I mean, the ladies are ruling things right now. Both men's teams are unranked, and they have talent and everything, but you guys are in the top 10. I mean, what is that kind of What's that like in this city where there is so much going on and women's basketball is really riding high?
Well, and I always am really careful to say, like, I'm a huge men's basketball fan, and we never want our quest to really build women's basketball to be seen as anything that's trying to take away from the men. And I know you weren't inferring that, but I always want to make that really clear that we want basketball to grow. We think sports in our culture are really important because of the life lessons and the preparation that it gives. But there is these moments in time when you go, wow, there's something special going on. And I think you're seeing that right now with us in USC. And it's, I think, going to be for years to come. And we are building something really special. And as many great things as there are to do in LA, don't miss out on women's basketball. And, we have one more home game before our match against USC on December 30th. And, I mean, we should be packing these places. And the Galen Center, as well as Pauley, like, there's not that many times where you're going to have this level of basketball. Pauley Pavilion should be sold out on December 30th. If you claim to love basketball, which all of Southern California claims to do, be here. Be here, bring your enthusiasm, support the journey of these women. And one thing that's really great about both programs is they're great students, they impact their communities, and they're elite at their craft, and they're seeking competitive greatness. And so it's something you can feel really good about bringing your kids to, because the role modeling is going to be really good. And it's something that you're going to say, man, if you work really hard, maybe you can dream to be like that too. And I think it's just all on and off the court in terms of character. There's something special. And walk through the window or the door of opportunity, and dive through the window of opportunity, and don't miss Southern California women's basketball right now.
I'm sure, Kiki, you know a lot of those players over at SC, and just kind of what's it like to really know that the women are really carrying the ball right now?
Yeah, honestly, I think it's fantastic. I mean, over the last few years, I think the growth in women's basketball has been huge, and I think just both us and SC being, two top teams in the country with a lot of great talent and a lot of buzz around them is a really, really good opportunity to not only grow like our rivalry women's basketball in Southern California, but just in general, and bring more attention to the to the women's college basketball season this year. So I think it's going to be a really, really good opportunity over the next few years to continue to build the momentum around women's sports.
For Coach, there were 6 players on your team with double digits today. How do you think having that many players contributing that role is conducive to your success, as opposed to just, one player with 30 points every
And
game?
one of those is not Charisma Osborne. Think about that, right? You've got all those players in double figures. And I really want to give a shout out to Charisma. She had a rough shooting night, but her shot looked great. It felt like every shot just rimmed out. But 9 points, 6 assists, 4 steals, 3 rebounds, and just steady leadership. But I just think, would you want to scout us? I think, what are you going to take away? And so as people have really committed to try to triple team Lauren Betts, we're shooting the 3 in the top, 5% in the country. We're in a great position in terms of how we're able to attack off the bounce. I think Angela Dugalich could be one of our most versatile scorers. Really have made a real point to get her going in different ways offensively, but really challenging her defense at the same time. And I think that's really is what bodes well, is that I can sit back and go, okay, well, what are they going to do this time? Okay, here's our counter for that. Here's our counter for this, because there's not a lot of offensive weaknesses. Now, I will tell you that I don't think we're there yet defensively. If you look at the national statistics in terms of efficiency, we're pretty high up there offensively. But the thing that our program's really built on is defense and rebounding and taking care of the ball. And that's we still got some growing to do in terms of our field goal percentage defense, how we're taking care of the basketball. But obviously, I think it speaks to our potential being great if we're willing to grab improvement every single day.
And then looking ahead a little bit, 3 of your next 4 opponents are ranked, and Florida State on Sunday. Is there anything you're looking to do differently in those games? What are you looking to build on?
Yeah, it's interesting because they run very similar sets as Cal State Northridge, and so from a set perspective, especially since we really only have 1 day prep, that it's, really good for us because it's very similar. It's going to be defending their drivers. They're extremely athletic. They play 4 guards. And they're going to get downhill. And obviously, I'm pretty familiar with their coaching staff and their style as after coaching there for 7 years, and really have so much respect for Brooke Wyckoff and the job she's doing there. They're going to force us to step up our toughness. They're going to get after us defensively, and we're going to have to really work to take care of the basketball and get the looks that we want. And then we are going to have to play defense with our feet. It's going to be protect the paint and really do a great job of sitting in a stance and making them take hard shots and them being willing to rebound. But if you watch their game versus Stanford, they have our attention. I'm really not looking past that. I wasn't looking past Northridge, and now I've just got one thing in mind, having a great practice tomorrow morning and getting us ready to play Florida State. Those next ones will take care of themselves.
Anybody else?
Really appreciate y'all being here once again.
Thank you.